Hi again, Sheila here. I would like to lead a kind of progressive relaxation. Last time we met, I talked more about the breath, counting the breath, using our fingers, inhaling, exhaling, and then noticing the pause that comes naturally for most of us at the end of the exhalation. And today I'd like to pull the awareness more into the body, so a different way of anchoring our awareness. So I will lead the relaxation. It's based on a 61-point relaxation that I learned many years ago at the Himalayan Institute in Honesdale, which is a yoga and meditation institute. Spent a lot of time there many years ago. And this was something that was often done at the end of a meditation class or just on its own as a way to deeply relax. And I was remembering how often I use this myself at the end of the day, so I thought I would lead it for us. And you can replay this yourself anytime you want to do it. So take a moment to get comfortable. You can pause the video and audio. And it's very possible to do it seated, or you can lie down. If you're lying down, you might want to put something behind your knees so that your lower back feels comfortable. And if you're seated, just place the soles of your feet on the floor, your hands comfortably resting in your lap. And as I like to say, have a sense of sitting up rather than down. So do what you can to comfortably kind of elongate your spine, relaxing your shoulders down and the crown of your head up. So decide whether you prefer to have your eyes closed or just downcast a little bit. And you can just turn the computer screen if you'd rather just hear rather than watch. So I'm hoping this is something you will all participate with. So once you've found a comfortable position, either lying or seated, and your eyes are in a comfortable position so that your awareness begins to turn inward, I'll ask you to take a few breaths. Start noticing the interior landscape. What have you brought along with you? Thoughts about how this is going to go. Maybe you've done it before, maybe you haven't. See if you can put aside that inquiry and instead be curious about what you find when you turn your awareness inward to the feel of your breath, to the feel of the seat you've taken or the floor if you are lying down on the floor or a bed or couch. What is beneath you? What is supporting you? So I will be mentioning points along the way along your body where you will just rest your awareness. There's nothing to do there. We're not looking to release or relax. We're just noticing the different points along the way that I mention, and we'll pause there for just a breath or two as we move from the crown of the head down through the body. So let's begin by bringing our awareness to the place between our eyebrows. Pausing there for a couple of breaths. And then the hollow of the throat. The tops of the shoulders, right and left, resting awareness, noticing. The elbows, right and left. The wrists of the right and left arm. And then all the fingers on the right hand and the left hand, pausing just a moment on each finger of each hand. And then the right and the left wrist. The right and the left elbow. The right and the left shoulder. The center of the chest. The belly center. The center of the pelvis. The right and the left hip. The right and the left knees. The ankles of the right and left feet. And all the toes, the right and left foot. The ankles of the right and left foot. The knees, right and left. The hips, right and left. The center of the pelvis. The belly center. The center of the chest. The hollow of the throat. The space between the eyebrows. The crown of the head. And then just taking a few moments to observe. What does it feel like to be sitting or lying still? Noticing perhaps that thoughts have come along. Some little distraction in the mind. So see if you can gently turn awareness back into the body. Maybe revisiting any of the points that we stopped along the way. Or just generally feeling the weight of your body giving over to the chair or the floor or whatever supports you. So there's a way of receiving this information in the moment without going out there and looking for it. Just notice what arrives from moment to moment. From breath to breath. And each time thoughts arise, we have the opportunity to turn back towards sensation. So we'll just close with a few breaths once again. When we make the breath fuller, we can sense it somewhere in the body, where the chest expands, the ribs, the belly. And so anytime you do these kinds of practices, give yourselves a few moments to open your eyes slowly and look around. So that's a pretty classic scan through the body, just resting awareness from place to place. And anytime, again, as the mind gets distracted by a thought that comes along, we can gently invite it back to sensation. So I hope this has proved relaxing for both body and nervous system and mind. If you have questions about the practice, you can reach me through the community center. Always love to hear from you. I hope you're all well and that your loved ones are also.